Have you ever wondered, between water and a mirror, which one actually supports your wealth flow? One reflects everything. The other only reflects when still. You keep a mirror in your bedroom. But what if it's been scattering the chi meant to bring you abundance? And what if the answer has been flowing in still water all along? In Fengshui, reflection isn't just about what you see. It's about how your energy responds. A mirror reflects without asking. Every movement, every light, every shadow, even the things you don't want to carry into your sleep. Water, on the other hand, only reflects when still. It waits, it listens, and it holds the chi instead of chasing it away. Both mirror and water seem harmless, but in the language of energy, one scatters prosperity, and the other creates space for it to settle. Before we begin, stay with me until the end, because I'll guide you through a ritual with water to reset the energy your mirror may be disturbing. This is part of a whispered series on how your bedroom holzer leaks your prosperity. And if something stirs in you while watching, whisper back to me in the comments. Tell me, what does your room reflect that no longer serves your flow? You've seen mirrors all your life, on your walls, by your bed, in your mornings, in your rituals, but no one ever told you a mirror doesn't choose what to reflect. It reflects everything, even what you never meant to keep. A mirror has no filter. It catches every flicker of light, every unfinished moment, every leftover feeling from the day before. While you sleep, your mirror stays awake, echoing things that should have been silent by now. Imagine this. You're lying in bed. The room is dark, your body still, but just across from you, a mirror quietly reflects the day you thought had ended. The movement of your breath, the soft shift of the blanket, the shape of your body, still holding tension you didn't notice. It sees even the parts of you that tried to rest and pulls them back into awareness. Not loudly, not with force, but with repetition. Silent repetition, like a whisper looping in a room that never sleeps. A mirror doesn't turn off. It doesn't stop recording. It doesn't let you dissolve into the stillness your soul craves. It holds on to light that should have faded, and reflects everything, even what was meant to be forgotten. So when you sleep in front of a mirror, you're not truly resting. You're still being watched by a version of your room that never quiets down. If you've been sleeping in front of a mirror, you might not notice it, but your body has been responding. You wake up tired, even after a full night's sleep. Your dreams feel louder or more chaotic. You forget them fast, but they leave behind a strange weight. You might feel like your room is busy at night, like it's never fully quiet, even when no one's around. Or sometimes, you catch your reflection in the dark and feel a small jolt, like you weren't supposed to see yourself right then. That's your subconscious still working, still watching, still responding to movement, light, memory, echo. And if your energy can't fully settle, your prosperity won't know where to land. So ask yourself, what has your mirror been repeating long after you fell asleep? But hey, don't panic if this feels uncomfortably familiar. You're not doing anything wrong. You just haven't been shown a gentler way, because not all reflection is disruptive. Some of it, when still enough, can hold your energy like a calm lake. So let's shift. Let's talk about water. Not all reflection creates noise. Some require silence to even begin. And among all the elements, there is only one that reflects only when still: water. A bowl of water in your space doesn't call attention to itself. It doesn't reflect your every move, only the ones that reach it. It waits. It listens. It holds. In daily life, water is just water. A drink, a rinse, something to pour and forget. But in Fengshui, water is the essence of qi in motion. It represents wealth, memory, containment, and renewal. Not the kind of water that rushes. Not waterfalls, not storms, but still water. The kind that mirrors only when you're calm enough to look. The kind that listens instead of speaks. A bowl of still water in your room doesn't shout. It doesn't react. It simply exists, holding space. And when your bedroom holds space like that, you begin to settle too. You don't spin in thought. You don't echo every worry. You remember that wealth doesn't always roar in. Sometimes it arrives quietly and stays only where it's welcomed. In a world full of mirrors, always demanding, always doubling, the bowl of water becomes a sacred pause, a message that says, nothing needs to be reflected right now, only received. You know, water doesn't just sit. Even when it's still, it's listening. That's why in so many traditions, people whisper prayers over water, or place a glass beside the bed to absorb dreams, emotions, or energy that doesn't belong. In Feng Shui, still water holds a special frequency. It's not active yang. It's not aggressive flow. It's yin containment, the kind of energy that invites, softens, receives. That's why water is linked to wealth, because wealth doesn't always chase. It gathers in still places, places that are ready to hold it, not bounce it back. And when you place a bowl of water in your room, you're not decorating. You're creating a quiet field where qi can land gently and stay. It's not magic. It's memory. Because water has always known how to reflect, but only when you're still enough to see. Imagine placing a bowl of still water beside your bed, not for decoration, but as a quiet symbol, a message to your space that you're ready to stop reflecting everything and start holding only what matters. Now that you've seen both, the mirror that never rests and the water that only reflects when still, let's put them side by side and ask, which one does your space truly need? Both mirror and water reflect, but they don't reflect the same way. One shows you everything, even when you don't want to see. The other only reveals what you're still enough to notice. The mirror bounces energy. It keeps things moving, spinning, echoing. The water absorbs. It becomes a vessel. A mirror gives you back your thoughts. A bowl of still water says, you can put them down now. Imagine this. You walk into a bedroom after a long day. In one space, a large mirror faces the bed. The room looks elegant, modern, clean, but something in you stays alert. It's subtle. A tightness in the shoulders, a sense that you're still being watched, still performing, even in your most vulnerable place. Now, imagine the other room. The same lighting, the same furniture, but instead of a mirror, there's a single bowl of still water near the bed. Nothing moves. Nothing reflects unless invited. And suddenly, your body remembers how to soften. The mirror says, "Let me show you everything again and again." The water says, "It's safe now. You can dissolve." One demands awareness. The other invites rest. One gives you your image back. The other gives your energy somewhere to land. And when you sleep in a space that truly holds you, something shifts. Not just in your rest, but in what your life starts to receive. Because prosperity, like energy, doesn't enter a room that keeps pushing it out. So tonight, before you turn off the light, take one last look at your bedroom. Don't just look at the walls or the furniture. Feel, is there a part of your space that keeps echoing back to you, even when you're trying to let go? Does your mirror still hold the shape of a version of you that's tired, overthinking, or restless? Is your energy bouncing in places where it should have already landed? Or maybe what you need isn't more reflection, but more holding. A space that doesn't repeat you, but receives you. A space that doesn't chase your thoughts, but catches them and lets them rest. So ask gently tonight, what does my room offer me? Repetition or restoration? Wait. Before we move into the ritual, there's something we need to talk about first. Because water and mirrors don't just shift the energy in your room, they also affect something far more delicate, your subconscious. So let's go there, just for a moment, before we let go. Your body may fall asleep, but your subconscious doesn't. It's still listening, still sensing, still feeling the space around you. A mirror reflects you, even when you don't want to be seen. It keeps you exposed, energetically awake. Your subconscious stays alert because it thinks someone is still watching. You may think you're asleep, but your subconscious is still awake. It notices the mirror across from you, not just as an object, but as a presence. A surface that reflects back your outline, that holds your silhouette through the night. That says, without words, you're still being seen. That simple presence keeps your subconscious from fully dropping in. It's like resting with a light on, or with a question still unanswered. But with water, it's different. A bowl of still water doesn't reflect your form. It reflects your state. And only when you've slowed down enough does it respond. It becomes a mirror only when you're ready to see yourself gently. And only when your body says, "I'm safe now, I can fall." This isn't just energy, it's memory. Your body remembers where it was watched, and it remembers where it was held. So even if you've never noticed, your dreams have. Your thoughts, your sense of being alone, or not. Your rest has always been in conversation with the space around you. And now, it's time to choose what kind of conversation that should be. You know, your brain never fully turns off. Even when you're asleep, there's a part of your nervous system, the reticular activating system, that keeps scanning your environment. It's like your body's background radar. It doesn't need to see clearly. It just needs to know, is it safe here? And when there's a mirror facing you at night, especially in low light, it catches movement, subtle flickers, reflections of light, breath, or the hallway behind you. Your brain can't ignore that. Even if you're asleep, your subconscious stays slightly on, just in case something in the mirror moves again. That's why some people report, "I slept, but I don't feel rested," or "I dream a lot, but I don't remember any of it." because your system was never fully allowed to drop. But when your brain sees stillness, like a bowl of water, unmoving, soft in the corner, something changes. Your subconscious gets the message. Nothing's bouncing back at me. I'm not being watched. I'm being held. And when that happens, your nervous system shifts into its deep rest mode. Your breath slows. Your organs reset. Your dreams stop spinning and start integrating. That's when real rest begins, and where real abundance can start to root itself. A woman once told me she used to sleep in a room with a full-length mirror right across from her bed. Every night, she felt watched, not by someone else, but by herself. A version of her, tired, overthinking, stretched thin, reflected in that mirror. And even when she turned off the lights, it felt like that version stayed awake, waiting, looping, never fully letting go. One day, she covered the mirror, just draped a simple cloth over it. That night, she said, her dreams stopped chasing her, and for the first time in months, she woke up not from noise, but from stillness. It felt, she whispered, like the room finally let me go. And I wonder how many of us are still being watched by versions of ourselves we no longer need to carry. All right, I won't keep you waiting any longer. You've felt the difference. You've seen what mirrors do and what water can hold. So now, let's give your space a new reflection, one that invites, not repeats, one that receives, not reacts. It's time for the ritual. Now, take a breath. This is not a performance. This is not a trick. This is a soft moment between you and your space. A moment to remember that your energy responds to attention and your space responds to you. What you'll need: a bowl that holds, not demands. Choose a simple bowl. Ceramic if you want grounding. Glass if you seek clarity. Still water clear, quiet, and pure. Fill your bowl slowly, as if the water might hear you. Use filtered water if you can, or something that feels clean and respectful. A place in your room that needs peace. Find a spot that feels a little unsettled. Maybe it's right where the mirror faces your bed. Maybe it's a corner that never feels quite still. A cloth if your reflection feels too loud, optional. If you sleep near a mirror and it feels like it's watching you, drape a soft cloth over it. Step 1. If you have a mirror that reflects your bed directly, don't panic. You don't have to remove it. Just know it's been active, and now you're choosing to balance it. Step 2. Slowly. Don't rush this part. Before you fill the bowl, hold it in your hands. Let your palms warm the vessel. Let your breath steady. Then, begin to pour the water, slowly, as if you were filling something that could remember and carry meaning. This isn't just water. In Fengshui, still water is a qi container. It holds. It receives. It calms the air around it and the thoughts within it. The moment water touches the bowl, it begins listening, not with ears, but with presence. You may choose to whisper something here, a simple line, a quiet intention, like, "This water reflects nothing unless invited, and holds only what I choose to keep." That's it. The bowl is now ready. It doesn't need candles. It doesn't need crystals. Just your stillness and your willingness to be held. Step 3. Put the bowl between your bed and the mirror. or in any direction that feels energetically disturbed. The bowl becomes a soft barrier, a signal to your space. The echo ends here. Step 4. If you feel the mirror still holds too much, cover it lightly with a cloth at night. Then say softly, "Tonight, I choose stillness, not repetition." Step 5. Leave the bowl overnight. In the morning, pour the water away. Let it carry with it anything that no longer needs to reflect back at you. This ritual isn't about blocking the mirror. It's about inviting your space to choose what's worth reflecting and letting go of the rest. We didn't chase energy. We simply placed a bowl of still water and let it listen for us. No demand, no echo, just a quiet message to the space. You don't have to reflect everything anymore. Maybe something softened while you watched. Maybe the room feels different now, or maybe it doesn't. But the shift has already begun, because when reflection becomes stillness, rest becomes real. Sleep well, and let the room finally hold you.